Hey everyone, welcome to MT Guitar. Today we're doing Ramblin Man by the Allman Brothers. This song is just a handful of chords, but just a dynamite full of groove and rhythm, and a lot of good strumming going on in this. This lesson is all about the chords, the intro riff, and maybe the riff leading into the solo, but that's it. Then we're going to cover the solos. There's two of them on a different video, and they're just so tasteful, and can't wait to dive into those note for note. Anytime you learn a solo, you really want to make sure you have the chord progression nice and tight. Have the song in your ear and sort of know where the chords are going, because your solo is going to be based off the form and the chords. So let's root ourselves to this song, no pun intended on the root of the key here, A flat, and we're going to really get inundated with the chords on this video and strumming this song along, and then we'll cover the solos later. So here we have A flat, but this intro riff here, before we zoom in, let's just sort of enjoy this part here. Okay, so what's going on here? That's an A flat major pentatonic scale descending all the way down. Good to know how to slide up and down in a diagonal format here. Then he's gonna go like that. Okay, this is likely Dickie Betts. He wrote this song and then singing on it. It might be it's probably not Greg Allman. It's probably Dickie Betts playing this. Okay, and then we're gonna go to the fifth, and then nicely resolving an A flat. Here's the chord progression: 1 flat 7 4 to 1. Then 1 goes to 4, then to 5. 4 goes to 1, 6 then goes to 4. Turn around, 1 to 5 to 1. Only difference in the verse is that it's just 1 to 4. Kind of fun to do this in a chord melody. So the better you know your triads, it's the top note of those triads, right? Those are nice by themselves, but in a rhythm of the song we have. So knowing your triads is going to help you, I was going to say lead you to lead playing. It's going to help you with lead, because a lot of times the chord melody will just show up in the chord tones, and so knowing our triads is isolating the chord tones. All that aside, you can find plenty of study guides on things like chord tones or arpeggios or triads, etc. on the Patreon at patreon.com/mtguitar, as well as a ton of tabs and resources and study guides. So go ahead and check that out, patreon.com/mtguitar. Big thank you to all the patrons there. Remember to subscribe, hit the thumbs up. Let's go ahead and jump in and learn this. All right, so no better place to start than the intro. I'll show you the harmony as well. We're going to start way up high on this A flat. How do you know this is an A flat besides memorizing it? Well, one thing I recommend to private students as well is being able to play every octave of a note starting from the bass. If you know where A flat is here, it's a long journey, but you should be able to get here. Now, I guess as I say this, the easier answer too is 12 frets up from this A flat. Both E strings are an A flat here on the 4th fret. Add 12 frets. But let's go back to my initial strategy here, because I think it's a good one. We're going to go octave, octave, lower octave, octave, octave. That way, if I'm playing in A flat, I know how to get up there because I see each octave. All right, so that's a whole lesson in itself, but I just wanted to mention that when you have really, really high notes, you can track it from its bass. All right, now we are going to play a descending pentatonic scale, major pentatonic. A typical thing for the Allman Brothers to do is to play in the major scale and major pentatonic, as opposed to the minor pentatonic that you'll see in other styles and bands. All right, so let's see, 16th fret, 18th fret, 16th fret. Now 17 slides down to 15. Now 13. That's a complete octave. Now 15 back to 13, then 13 on the 4th string. So it's last time slowly. Good. Now we go back up like that. 13, 15, 13, 15. Now 15, 13. Then 15, 13. Then 15, 13. Like that. So it's like, you can do some pull-offs if you want. Sorry. Or pick each one. I think they're pulling off here. Okay. The harmony is just a third up. Well, fourth up for some of it. Depending. Okay, so here we go. 13, 15 on the harmony part. A flat major pentatonic. 13, 15, 13, 15. Now 14 to 13 pull off. 15, 13. And then 14, 13. So it'll be a little slower. So you end up having. But of course, don't try to play both at the same time because it doesn't sound as good as one individually. All right, so the whole thing. Oops, catch that. Or, all right, that's the intro. So now we're going to do actually the chorus, which leads into the verse, which is almost identical. Just waking up, so I can't sing that high yet. All right, so A flat bar chord, excuse me. Need more coffee. Let's cover the strumming in a sec. Let's just get the chords. G flat, G flat, A flat. Okay, we don't see a lot of flat chords in guitar songs, but here we are. Second phrase, D flat up to E flat. G flat, A flat, F minor, D flat, A flat, E flat, A flat. Okay, one more time. A flat, G flat, D flat, A flat. Now we're going to repeat A flat up to D flat up to E flat. D flat, and it's time to A flat, F minor, D flat. Just a turnaround here. A flat, E flat, back, A flat. All right. Now for the strumming, it's a couple things you can do as typical with strumming, where you there's room for interpretation and for variation and for individuality. But really, I'm going to recommend a down, down, up, up, down. Down, down, up, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up. So when we're changing chords quickly, down, down, up, down, down, up. But otherwise, down, down, up, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, 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 up, up, down, 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 up, up, down. All right, now you're going to want to accent the second and fourth beats after you kind of get that down. So as opposed to, there's something missing here if I just strum the same volume no matter what. Especially solo, you're going to want to almost put yourself in the drummer's shoes for a sec and realize that we really need to accent some upbeats here. So as opposed to this, which works, I can now see the difference there. 2, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 2. And you can hear that in the recording. The guitar is really accenting the 2 and 4 there. So one more time. Down, down, up, up, down, 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 So that's the chorus. And now the verse is identical, except we don't go to G flat. All right, so it's, well, my father was a gambler down in Georgia. So that is just A flat, D flat, A flat instead of the G flat. So 3, A flat, D flat, back to A flat. Everything is identical from here, but let's do it anyway. A flat, D flat, up to E flat. D flat, to A flat, F minor, D flat. A flat, E flat, A flat. Back to chorus. Okay, everything is the same. Losing my voice already. Here we go. Now, that's all pretty much repeating throughout the entire song, including the solos. So that's great. Only a handful of chords and strumming patterns. But now we have the riff leading into the solo. So I'm going to teach you that so that we kind of warm up our gears, our lead playing gears here, and then when we get to the solo, we'll have an idea of where we are and what scales we're using. So we're going to walk up, and I'll show you the harmony as well. Walk up, an A flat major scale from the 5th degree to the root. So that would be, the frets would be 8, 10, 8, 9. Okay? And then we're going to go 11, and then up to 13. Sorry. I recommend using the 3rd finger to go up with, like that. It's not necessarily a slide, although it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world either, but just more a lift. Now, 13, 11, 11, 13, 11, 11, see? On the 1st string and then 2nd string. Now bend, so unbend actually, so pre-bend and then unbend, and then 9, 10, 8, 10, 8, slide, 6. So the whole thing would be, you know, and then it goes, you know, solo. So after this, or not after, but during this is the harmony. So all right, so for the harmony, okay, it's just basically sort of starting a 3rd up. So we're going to go 12, 13, 15, 13, 14, 16. Okay, then 16 to 13, 16 to 13 again, and then let's see, it goes, yeah, so that would be a bend, unbend from 14 to 13, yeah, so that would be, okay, like that. So there you go. There, you know, you can try that with a buddy and do both parts together. It's really cool. And we're going to cover the solos later. So that's it. Just get yourself strumming and playing this song and hearing the chord changes, and then the solos will be very fun coming up later. All right, enjoy. We'll see you next time, everyone. Thanks. Bye.